It's murder.
Who was the one?
What's love got to do with it?
It should be about us. It should be about trusting. All right, you ready for this? Hello, everybody. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Leg Day podcast. We're here once again at CrossFit Watchtower. I'm Nathan Morris.
I'm Brian Fellows.
That's Kevin. He had food in his mouth, so he thought of something smart to say. And this is our good friend, Jesse Crockett, who we're interviewing today.
A.K.A. J-Boy Steve's Train.
And there's something else, too.
Young Money.
Nah, that one's taken.
Yeah, there's something else.
Big Papa J.
Yeah, sure.
I don't like that. Fix it.
I'll work on it.
Yeah. So Jesse's one of our good friends. We've known him for a while. He has been asking us to bring back the podcast for about a solid... I moved back in October, so almost 9 months now.
He is the major reason we're doing this again.
Pretty much.
And he was supposed to be the first guest, but just because we're assholes, we waited to make him the third.
Are you serious?
You're the third guest.
Fucking dicks.
I told you we should have also gotten like Phil and Sam in here so he was like the fifth guest. Or like sixth, so we didn't even fit on the one hand.
I guess if we're thinking about it in baseball terms, though, I'm a cleanup hitter, so
Nah, it's fourth.
nah. You put your best hitter third.
Nah, fourth.
Third.
Fourth, because you get the bases loaded, and then fourth is your cleanup hitter.
Fourth's your power guy. Third's your all-around best
You
batter.
put your best batter with the most consistent swing at third, and you put your biggest hitter at fourth.
Cleanup.
Right.
Cleanup would be fourth, though.
Cleanup's fourth.
Yes.
Yeah, hold it a little bit closer to. There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
When you get in mic stands, it's starting to hurt.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, they're supposed to come in tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. No, we were actually talking about maybe suspending them from the ceiling and going.
Like Bruce Buffer style?
Yeah.
Let's
get ready to
rumble. Then I figured it would look like this. The entire time I'm trying to talk.
For those of you listening on audio, Kevin's just smacking his face with a microphone.
And
Very phallically.
I didn't like that
No, yeah. I don't
It's not-
know
it's not
why
my-
for
it's
the
not my
life
favorite.
of me you wouldn't like it, though.
because it's like a penis.
I get that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't.
no.
Well, you asked, you didn't know, so I was just explaining.
No, I'm aware. Yeah.
Okay.
Jesse, so tell the audience about yourself. Who are you? Who is Jesse Crockett?
A lump of shit. I don't know. I'm the most mediocre person you'll ever meet.
Can you elaborate?
Mediocrity in all things. I strive to be not good, not bad, just even keel.
So, an example of something you're mediocre at. Because you're actually pretty.
You got some rice in your beard.
You're actually pretty not mediocre at lifting. Like, you have some pretty fucking strong numbers.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
extremely mediocre if you...
You out deadlift Phil,
I know, but everybody
mean, he still
out
out-squats
deadlifts
you.
Phil. Yeah.
but not by much.
No.
And your bench is fast approaching mine.
Yeah.
So I would say that's not mediocre at all. So I feel like you just lied to our audience.
Well, I feel like a big fish in a small pond. Yeah.
Wouldn't that mean not mediocre?
Yeah, but the pond's real mediocre.
Just a mediocre fish in a mediocre pond
Law averages.
in the middle of a mediocre field.
Yep.
Some of the grass around it's mowed, some of it's not, just real mediocre. Some of it's dead, some of it's not. So you're, because when I first met you, you came and you were doing CrossFit. Now you've gotten more into the powerlifting side.
Yeah, and I'm starting to do more CrossFit again, too.
That's right. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that recently.
Yeah, I had a
Could you please tell us why? Because
I
this
had
is
a
good.
football mentor tell me that I'm fucking fat and I need to lose weight to get into college ball. So I
To ref college ball.
To ref
Yes.
football.
Yep.
So did you ever think about actually reffing a sport? Or is it just you want to ref football?
No, yeah, it's a sport.
Oh, okay. I didn't think it was.
Just because you played rugby in college.
Yeah, sports.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah, it's one that no one cares about outside the.
It's on the Ocho
In the US.
at
Listen,
fucking 2
outside of the
morning.
U.S., no one gives a flying fuck about football, and they care about
I
soccer
realized
or rugby.
I realized I
so
said
the only
that
place
wrong.
they actually care about it is inside the U.S.
Yeah, aren't you an American?
Yeah, you're that guy. Last time I checked, I was born in the U.S.
Were you?
Follow American sports.
Last time you lifted, didn't you have the words USA on your chest?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I also like kilograms more than pounds. Fuck off.
Dude, we fought a war to get away from that system of measure. Why don't you respect it?
I actually heard that there was the reason that one of the reasons the U.S. doesn't have is some guy came over from like the European Union to talk about like getting the U.S. onto the metric system, and the boat sank on his way over, so the message just never got here,
But
and that's why we still do
the
miles.
sad thing is I can still read a metric ruler a lot better than a standard one or imperial, depending on.
So your bench is approaching Kevin's, or was approaching Kevin's?
Yeah, I hit 350 for a touch and go.
Dang.
And I just hit 358 in my last comp, so I
Mhm.
mean I think it's like 15 kilos under what I hit last time, but
Nice. Because I remember one of the first times I met Jesse, he walked into our old gym before Kevin opened his, and came in, started doing CrossFit, and it was a Saturday. It was one of the first days. It was a Saturday class. I remember specifically where part of it was you were in teams of like 3 or 4, and you had a barbell that you had to get overhead loaded to 185. You had to lock it out overhead and walk it. I think it was like 200 meters as a team. You did something at that end and then went back, and there was like 4 times you had to go down and back. And I remember, I don't think you had really learned to clean and jerk or anything yet. Like you hadn't like really gone through that.
No, I did it in high school, but with very poor instruction.
Yeah, but like you just almost reverse curled 185 to here, and then just strict pressed it overhead. At the time, I probably still weighed like 170. Like I was still really small. I was like, dang, and then just started walking.
Yeah,
I think the walking's the
I
most
remember
impressive
that
part.
actually, and I was wearing a Misfits shirt. Yeah, you would think walking's pretty impressive.
Why?
Do we need to go into it?
Because my legs don't work?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's honestly, we really haven't joked a whole lot about your legs not working.
Yeah, they don't,
No.
folks. They
Mm.
really don't.
No, they're dead.
They
On
don't
the,
work
on the
at all.
inside and the outside.
Do you remember when we used to have to spot him doing rope climbs? That was the scariest
Yeah,
proposition.
because his
out
legs
there.
are just
Yeah.
swinging
You
everywhere.
catch a loose boot to the head.
You're just
It's like a floppy cock hitting you in the face like that.
I've never had my legs compared to a floppy cock.
your feet are
It's the
a giant
equivalent.
head.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
all
lot of
right.
mass
Well,
movement.
that's something new every day, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wolf down this food as fast as I can. I'm
Who were
eating
the
right now.
first 2 guests? This is really gnawing on me now.
First one was just us. It was
Yeah.
we just
So-
kind of
Oh, so that's not a guest.
So yeah, you're the
but
second
you're
guest.
the third podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are the
Josh
hosts.
Caballero was the next guest. Was the
Oh.
first guest.
Because
Boo.
he's moving,
He's moving to Tejas.
Yeah.
so we wanted to have him on.
Lots
before
of
he left.
luck.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was a joke.
L for love. That guy's in Barry. Have you seen Barry?
No.
The
Very.
it's a TV show. We talked about something last one. Actually, it's on HBO. It's like a 6 or an 8. I think it's an 8-episode series with
Oh.
Bill Hader.
Yeah, where he's the serial killer turned to be actor.
Yeah, he's a contract killer who wants to become an actor.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I need
You
to watch
actually really
that.
like it. It's a
Yeah.
really dark comedy, but I think you'd like it. Yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that.
Nice little segue.
I do have a question though about people in wheelchairs. Do all of them drive Subarus? This is meant to be a joke for those of you. I'm not being facetious. Like, and you're chewing. So.
I think insurance just pays for Subarus over other brands of vehicles.
Because I noticed like Brock and them just left, and he was also in a Subaru. Allison drives a Subaru. The only person in
There's
a
that
wheelchair
one
who
dude
comes
with
here,
an Audi.
yeah, I was thinking Lieutenant Dan. Doesn't he drive a Range Rover?
Lieutenant Dan does drive a Range Rover.
Yeah.
And the dude with the Audi.
Who's the guy with the Audi?
With the top knot.
Oh, Justin. Yeah, JP. You joke, but yes, a lot of cripples, a lot of us Crips drive Subarus.
Not the Bloods.
No, not at all.
They just can't get enough circulation to be a blood.
Well, that and red Subarus just don't look right.
I say because most of them it's the blue Subaru.
Yeah.
Like it's that navy blue, kind of dark blue Subaru.
Yeah.
Like your
those
shirt color.
Green Civics you always used to see back in the day. Like every Honda Civic was that green color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the joke supposed to be? Because we do a lot of us drive Subarus. I think it's also because
It's just an observation for you about
I think
your
it's also
beard
because
being good.
your beard looks good.
Your beard looks good.
My beard does look good. I think also part of it is that a lot of them come and work out here. A lot of them got paralyzed after me. So when they came here, I'm like, get a Subaru. It's easy to get into it, easy to get out of. And so they all bought Subarus.
Kevin's
I'm
a
a trendsetter.
trendsetter.
Subaru is the official car of lesbians and people in wheelchairs.
Legs don't work.
Subaru.
Get in a Subaru.
You
Like
should-
chicks,
you should
get in a
sponsor me.
Subaru.
You guys
Like
are
chicks,
both pitching
you
different.
Basically, if you don't have a wiener or you can't feel your own, drive a Subaru.
What if you have an innie? I swim a lot. That's why I'm asking.
in the cold, go
Yeah.
swimming in the lake.
Yeah. Polar Bear Club, baby.
Oh,
I was in the pool.
it's a great Seinfeld reference. Good job, guys. Good job. This is going to be one of the most offhanded, inappropriate. Probably shouldn't let my parents watch this one kind of show.
I actually thought of a good discussion category that I feel like is actually a really good one for Jesse.
Hit it.
Okay. What is a movie? Because last time we talked about TV shows. What is a movie that you have not seen and that you're embarrassed that you haven't seen this movie? I can start. Like I have an example to help.
Okay.
I've never seen The Godfather or any of the Godfathers. And most of the time when people are like, they start talking about The Godfather, it's like, yeah, uh-huh. But I've never seen it. So I just kind of, yeah, the horse head, kind of just like play along and just I don't contribute anything.
I'm surprised you haven't seen those. Like, you're a movie guy. I'm surprised like you haven't watched them.
Yeah, I've just never seen them. I don't know why. Like, I don't think my
I don't know if there's any movies I'm embarrassed that I haven't seen. I want to Google top movies.
Yeah, like I haven't seen the new Star Wars movies, and I'm not embarrassed at all. I haven't seen those.
I mean,
'Cause I'm-
that's
'cause I'm
fair
not a
though, because you're
geek.
a weirdo.
Well, not a geek.
yeah, like I don't know, like it'd be kind of like if somebody hadn't seen Die Hard, and then like if somebody finds out like, oh, you've never seen Die Hard,
Dude, I hadn't seen
What
that
you-"
movie till last winter.
Really?
Yeah,
You should be embarrassed to yourself.
I know. It was a great flick.
It's a great Christmas movie.
Props to Bruce Willis.
My mom hates that me and my dad, and my brother consider it a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas
It is a
movie.
Christmas
I know,
movie.
but my mom hates that because then we always watch it on Christmas Eve, and my mom hates movies with any kind of like shooting, murder, like kind of stuff in it. So she does not like the fact that he comes down and like ho ho ho. Now I have a machine gun, or now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho. She does not like that kind of stuff.
I'm trying
Or-
to think. There's one on the tip of my tongue that I haven't seen, and everybody's like, "What?"
Yeah, like how have you never seen that? Or even like
I don't know if I'm embarrassed by this one.
maybe it's that you don't have to be embarrassed, but like what's something you've never seen?
There's two movies I've never seen all the way through. I've seen parts of them,
Mm-hmm.
like clips, but I've never seen Rain Man or Good Will Hunting.
I've never seen Rain Man. Good Will Hunting's an amazing film,
I've seen both.
and I call it a film because it's actually good.
A film,
Yeah, I respect the director.
a film.
Yeah,
I'm going through a list of like top 100 movies you need to see before you die.
Is the
and those-
Fast and the Furious on there?
No, because it's a shit ass movie.
We
all
should
of them,
rank
all 7 of
the
them. Like
Fast
all,
and-
what was there? Like 12 now.
No.
They're horrible.
yeah, but you can't say you don't like them
If you've never
quote
seen
that
'em.
movie on a daily basis.
No, Monica. I quote that because Megan starts laughing and drops her lifts. That's it.
That's just being a dick.
Yeah.
I know, right? I've never seen The Pianist. The
No,
Pianist.
I haven't seen that.
It's top 100 pornos to watch before you die.
I think I've seen all of those though. Very lonely, folks. Very, very lonely.
While he's looking that up,
I've never seen Dead Poet Society. All the way through.
that's a great movie.
Oh man, oh Captain, my Captain.
Like,
I've seen that scene, but I've never actually sat down and watched the whole movie.
I-
I've seen a lot of those scenes. I've just never
Yeah.
sat down and watched it from beginning to end.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Great
I'm
man.
trying to think because like Godfather was the first one I thought about. There's a ton of movies like
The
that.
Blair Witch Project. Never seen it.
I've never seen that one.
either.
Wait, go back up to the top. Let's go through there and see like
I'm down at like 77. I'm
Okay, we'll
almost
start
done.
at 77.
Okay. The number one, I don't think these are rated in any order.
It's just like the top 100 movies.
Top 100 titles. The first one is Shawshank Redemption.
Seen it.
Love it.
Great movie.
It was on TNT like every Saturday.
Next one, Goodfellas.
I've never seen that one.
Love it.
Good movie.
Yeah, you should be embarrassed.
There's a
about that
ton of
one.
movies
Yeah.
on here that I have not seen.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Classic.
Good stuff.
That was wait, hold on before you keep going. I remember when I was little, Forrest Gump was on TV on a Saturday night, and we were watching it on it was on ABC or one of those channels, and we were watching it, and my mom's like, "We should just watch. We have this on VHS. We should just put that in so there's no commercials, and we can watch it faster." And my brother and I would strategically watch movies on TV so there'd be commercials and we could stay up later. So we would like fight my mom, like, no, it's fine. It's already on. We're already like halfway through. He's like, yeah, we can fast forward. Like, no. Let's just watch it here.
You are a rebel, Nathan Morris.
You sly fox you.
When I was really little, my mom she'd be like, hey, you can go to, like, it's almost bedtime. Like, this is not really, like, if it's almost bedtime.
So like 15, 16?
You can you can finish watching whatever show's on, and then you got to go to bed. I would pick Royals games because there would still be an hour and a half left, and whatever TV show was on was less than 30 minutes left. I love baseball, so it like worked out anyways. But I would pick those so I could. My mom's like, well, he's watching baseball. It's fine. My mom loves baseball.
Sports.
I love baseball too.
I do love baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Next movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Seen it.
Seen it.
Who hasn't? If you haven't, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Hey, should you be citing sources so we don't get in trouble for plagiarism?
No.
Okay.
It's not a paper.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
it.
Good movie. Back to the Future.
Yep.
Yep. Is it the first one?
Back to the Future 2 is the next
All
one.
Also seen it.
Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings.
Gay.
You take that back, sir.
Never. Those movies would be 20 minutes long if there wasn't walking involved.
Listen here, Clerks.
And you know that's true.
Listen here, Clerks 2.
Just because it came from Clerks 2 doesn't make it not true.
It does make it not true. It's an amazing set of movies.
No.
And then the next two on the list, The Two Towers and The Return of the King. Bam, bam, all three of them, top 100. Suck it, Trebek.
I'd rather be horribly mangled in a car wreck than watch
You
those
look like you've
movies
been
again.
horribly mangled in a car wreck.
Worse than I look now.
Moving on. Casino.
Yep. Great movie.
I don't know if I've ever seen Casino.
I don't know if I have either, actually.
I feel
You
like
guys should be
that's
embarrassed
probably one
about
that I've
that.
seen parts of.
Yeah. The Godfather.
Never seen it.
It's a good movie. The Matrix.
Yes.
Love it.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
Yes.
The Sixth Sense.
I have not seen this. I've seen parts of it.
Yeah. You should probably be embarrassed about that one.
I hate scary movies. Like to this day, I hate them.
He really
It's not more
does.
scary. It's kind of suspenseful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those I'm better now. But like when that came out, I was still pretty young, so I didn't want to watch it.
The next one we have is Rain Man.
Seen it?
I've only
Speaking of
seen parts.
scary movies when you're young, I cried during the first Jurassic Park, and my mom had to take me out of the movie theater.
Oh, you went and saw it? How old were you?
8.
Yeah.
Really? At what part?
When the T-Rex was chasing the Jeep, I freaked out because they had that
That's-
new THX Dolby sound. Dude, I couldn't do it.
That
I
was-
cried and ran away.
That was one of the first like real scenes with the dinosaurs in like the kind of first scary scene. Like to this day, one of the scariest things I've ever seen is when the velociraptors learn to open up the door to the kitchen. Like the whole kitchen scene with
That
the
was,
velociraptors.
that was suspenseful.
Yeah.
And you could hear them clicking around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, gross.
All right, next we have Equilibrium.
I don't
never
even
seen
know
that.
what that is.
I remember that one. I haven't seen it though.
Came out in 2002, so it can't be that good. Silence of the Lambs. Great film.
I've never seen
One
it.
of my favorites.
You need to sit down and like really think about what you've done with your life.
I watched a lot of comedies growing up.
I think
did
this
I.
is turning into like movies Nathan hasn't seen.
Because I feel like we're adults and have seen all the good movies.
Yeah, and the irony is I think we're only a couple years older.
Yeah. The next one is The King's Speech. I've never actually seen that one.
That's a good one. It's
I-
on Netflix too. I almost
should
watched it
probably watch
last
that.
night.
The King's
right.
Peach. It's the whole movie about a king and his peach.
Shouldn't it be the Queen's Peach?
Ah! The next one, if either of you guys say you haven't seen this, get out. Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
Okay, good. Gladiator.
Yes.
All right. A Beautiful Mind.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a good movie.
I watched that one when I was still pretty young, though. So it was like I remember being bored to death by that movie. Because
Bored to death by emotions.
have you ever seen the series Bored to Death on HBO?
Nope.
It's pretty good.
City of God is the next one. I don't know what that one is. I've never seen it.
I remember. I can picture like the movie poster for that one, but I never saw it.
Interview with the Vampire. The Vampire Chronicles.
I've only seen parts of that.
Yeah, I've seen most of it. I think I got bored with it, which is weird because I love vampire movies.
I think you love Brad Pitt more, don't you?
You mean Tom Cruise?
Isn't Brad Pitt also in that movie?
Is he?
I think so.
Next one is Die Hard.
Yes.
Love it.
Now you've seen it, you loser.
Yeah.
The Green Mile.
Yes.
The Last Samurai.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that one in theaters.
It's good.
I got to write a paper on that in high school, and that's the end of that story.
Was it about American imperialism and taking over native cultures?
I don't remember what it was. Something
cultural appropriation.
It was something about like immersing
The
yourself.
whitewashing of Hollywood.
Yeah,
Those were Nathan's bleeding heart days.
it was something about like immersing yourself in a new culture. It was something like our English teacher saw it and she was like, "Hey, if any of you guys go see this and write a paper on it, I'll give you like an extra 10 points."
That's almost a touchdown.
Yes.
It's like fun homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have Castaway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only seen it once though.
Yeah, there's some movies that are on here that I've only seen once because, like, once you see them, there's... All right, you have these movies that you watch one time and you're like, holy shit, that's an amazing movie, but I can't watch that more than once because it just drains so much out of you. To watch it again would leave you, well, crippled.
Yeah, and let's face it, an hour of no talking. It's like you're watching a nature documentary.
Another movie like that is like Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind, or like Requiem for a Dream.
Never seen either of those.
I haven't seen either of
Oh
those
my
either.
god, those are some of the, like, phenomenal movies, but you can't watch them more than once. Like, anytime you think about watching them, you're just like, I'm sad now. I am sad for the rest of my life because I've watched these movies, but they're really good movies.
If a movie's longer than like 2 hours, then I usually only watch it once.
Schindler's List.
I could only watch that one time.
Yeah, that's a one-timer. It's 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
That's probably one I've seen lots of parts of, but I don't know if I can't say that I've seen it all the way through safely.
People hiding in poopers. Leon the Professional. I've never actually seen that one.
I don't know what that is.
No idea what that is.
K-Pax. Never seen it.
No, that's good. You should watch that. You'd like that movie.
Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen all of them.
You've never seen the Da Vinci Code?
You
You know what the best part about those are?
No, I never
They
saw
were
it.
books, but they're movies, so you don't have to read the book.
But the book is always better.
Yeah, but it's reading. Like, I have to listen to audiobooks now because when I get home, I'm like, the last thing I want to do is read.
Is it because you can't read?
Not well, at least.
You know what I just heard today? On average, people graduating from high school in America, can you guess what they're reading, the level that they're reading at?
6th grade.
I was going to say 7th or 8th grade.
6th grade. They have a
Okay.
6th grade reading level, and they're graduating from high school.
Do you know why that doesn't surprise me? Because
'Cause
I have
people
to
are
text
fucking
those high school
stupid.
graduates, and they are borderline special ed,
Why are you texting high schoolers?
job opportunities and whatnot. Yeah.
What kind?
I don't want to get into specifics right now, you know.
Did you have the same joke in your head that I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what joke it is, too. You guys are filth mongers, and you should be ashamed.
We're filth mongers. You put Granny in a tripod
Yeah.
over here.
He's really getting the business and giving the business.
Why are there cookies?
Kevin's watching.
Why is there cookies on their back?
Because Santa needs some sustenance. He needs the fuel on that long ride.
Oh my god. I don't know how I feel about that.
Did you guys? I'm kind of bored of the list.
Okay, we don't have to do those
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, the list
We're like
sucks.
25 in. I feel like it's pretty good. How? I want to go. I feel like we should dig deeper into why you don't like the Fast and the Furious franchise, even though you've never seen it.
I've seen the first one. I've seen up to... I started watching Tokyo Drift. I don't know what number that is.
That's number
3.
3? I started watching it and got halfway through, and was so bored out of my mind that I turned it off.
Yeah, but you didn't get to the drifting part.
I saw him drift in the little parking garage where he's like drifting around the fucking spiral thing.
Well, that's when he's
No,
bad. That's like
that's when
stopping the
he's bad.
Karate Kid when he gets his ass kicked. You gotta play it
man,
out.
this guy sucks at karate.
I mean, that's fair.
You haven't seen him sweep the leg yet.
Do you guys remember the beginning of Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift? Whenever he's racing through that neighborhood, and that's how he gets in trouble and he has to go overseas to his
And
dad.
Brad from Home Improvement.
Yeah, it's the oldest brother
driver.
from Home Improvement. He's playing a teenager. He's probably in his 40s
I
at
don't
that
remember
point.
that.
His grandparents used to own a go-kart track by my house.
Really?
He'd have pictures of the entire Home Improvement cast
Really?
on the wall. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Grandparents out here?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Good old Commerce City, Colorado.
Mm-hmm. That's for Kevin knows this, but I think that's just a cool fact. Jesse's dad and my dad went to high school together.
It's true.
Were they friends?
No, your dad was a year or two older than my dad.
Yeah.
But I think my dad was like in the same grade as your aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he knew her better than his dad. So, but no, like one Thanksgiving.
How well?
Shout out to Aunt Lisa if she's listening.
Lisa.
No, one time Jesse sent me a picture of a yearbook photo of my dad. He's like, is this your dad? Yeah, it was like Thanksgiving or something like
Did
that.
it look like Nathan?
Surprisingly.
Nathan looks a lot like his dad.
There's my brother's 4 years younger than me, and I've seen pictures of my dad when he was 18, me when I was 18, and my little brother. Like 16 to like 23, we all look exactly the same, just in like different time periods. So, yeah, my brother and I are pretty close.
Shout out to genetics, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Is your mom upset about that? That none of you guys look like her?
Well, so now now I'm a little bit older, I probably take on more traits of my mom, and my brother takes on more traits of my dad.
When I was hanging out with your mom when she was out here, there's a lot of stuff that I think that you definitely picked up from her.
Her calves.
I wasn't staring at your mom's calves, dude.
I definitely got my mom's
Why?
calves.
Why the fuck do you know that?
Because my dad has chicken legs, and I have these fat calves, and my mom has
They're
big
not
legs.
fat. They're nice.
I have big calves. They're not fat. I mean fat with a PH. But I've got big calves.
No one has ever described calves fat with a pH. No one.
I got fat calves, yo.
Maybe
no.
like a pH balance because they're sweaty or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Yep.
that wasn't that good of a joke. I just felt like I needed to make him feel good about it.
No, I
Can't all be winners.
get that. My brother has skinnier legs like
It's
my
very
dad.
mediocre of a joke.
To go along with my mediocre lifestyle.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Except for drinking, I excel at that.
And being really awkward once you realize a woman's talking to you.
Yeah, that's where
Really?
the drinking comes into play most times.
Oh man.
You have any plans this summer? You going anywhere?
Going to a wedding on Saturday. Dress code is country classy,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just winging it.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Is that like a Tennessee tux?
No, I think it's like pants without holes. As much as I can surmise. So I'm still
horseshit.
I'm still going sleeveless up top, but long pants for the formal occasion.
Went to a wedding kind of similar to that. My cousin's in Jefferson City, Missouri. What is it afterwards? The reception was at the Jefferson City VFW Hall. Open bar, but there was this one guy who brought his own cooler of Natty Light because he didn't
Yes.
like the other beer he didn't like the Bud Light that was there. He wanted the Natty Light. And it was a Tony Stewart NASCAR cooler.
Of course it was.
Dear.
Jefferson City, Missouri.
Jefferson City,
God.
Missouri.
Color me shocked.
That's where my mom's from.
I don't.
Shout out to that guy for staying true to his brand, though. I mean,
Yeah.
if I saw some Bud Light at the bar, I'd probably do the same thing.
I think they had-
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You drink piss water anyway.
Well, I drink Coors Light.
That's what I said.
No.
There's literally no damn taste difference between that piss water and the piss water that is Bud Light.
Yeah, but I can still drink a 20-pack, so it feeds my ego. Like, God, I can drink like a man. It's machismo.
I drink so much water.
It's machismo
man.
at its finest, folks.
I'm going to let your dogs out because everybody else just left. So they're not
Yeah. Oh, all everywhere. As he goes and lets the dog out, Jesse, you recently started doing keto again.
I have.
How's it going for you?
War on carbs, baby.
War on carbs, huh?
Ugh. Yeah, I'm down 15 pounds in 3 weeks.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, man. Well done.
Yep.
That's above mediocre. I'm just poking holes in your mediocre statement.
Well, you got to stay humble, and I try to stay humble.
That's good, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What does your keto like?
Actually, I excel at another thing. I'm really good at talking shit.
Yeah, you are.
Very
Yeah.
good at that.
You may be the best shit talker I've ever known.
Yeah.
You also have a lot of like dad quotes.
You,
Yeah.
outside of my own father and myself, I think you may have more nonsense country sayings than anyone else I know.
Well, like we established earlier, my dad's from Kearney, Missouri, so.
But I've never heard Nathan say any phrases like that, and his dad still lives in Kearney, Missouri.
Yeah,
He actually lives in the country outside of Kearney, Missouri.
You shut your mouth. No one
He
cares.
lives in Clay County.
home of Jesse James.
Home of Jesse and Frank James. People forget about that.
The lesser
shot
known
Jesse
James. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Frank shot Jesse James for the bounty.
Mm.
Or maybe it wasn't Frank. It was
No,
one of his gang
It was
members.
a cousin, wasn't it?
I thought it was Frank.
Wasn't
Frank-
it a
Frank
younger?
who?
Jesse James had a brother named Frank James.
Oh.
Jesse James the outlaw, not Jesse James the
I know you're
chopper
talking,
builder. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine
Not
does
Jesse James the professional wrestler.
There's a professional wrestler named Jesse James.
Road Dog Jesse James.
I don't think it is.
Pretty sure there's Road Dog Jesse James.
I was more of a Stone Cold Steve Austin man myself.
I'm Googling this.
Did you watch a lot of wrestling growing up?
Well, what kind? Because yes to both. 'Cause
Like WWF? at the
yeah,
time?
I hit that 8th grade phase where that was cool, and I had my 8th grade science teacher dub WrestleMania 15 for me.
Road Dog Brian Gerard James.
I thought it was Road Dog. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Road Dog Brian James.
Whatever happened to Goldberg?
He's back
The
in wrestling,
goalie?
dude. No, the guy who
Oh.
scared everyone. He's been back in wrestling for a little while.
Is he really?
I saw
I feel like he
kind
kind of fell off the map after a little bit.
Yeah, he's also like 60 and he still looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
With gray in his goatee. Shut up, Diamond. No one cares.
They can't because the camera stops like right at the table, so they can't see the.
My dog's underneath the table going nuts and licking all of our legs because she's a brat.
salty.
Stop.
I have a question. I have a keto question for you.
All right.
Now they're humping. I really wish the camera
Now-
was about 2
Now
feet
Boone's
lower.
playing out the
Boone.
Lego deal up
He's
here.
got the red rocket and everything.
Oh, he's getting those strokes in, boy.
Gross. You guys are gross.
They're your dogs. Keto question. 15
Sure.
pounds in 3 weeks. What
Yeah.
does do you eat the same thing every day?
For lunch, mostly.
Okay. What does
Yeah.
that look like?
So for breakfast, I have like 4 eggs,
Mm-hmm.
some
Can you
spinach.
count that high?
No, I have to do the 1. It's like,
Oh, okay.
I know that this many's 4 just because my mom told me.
Mom's smart.
Very smart. So like 4 eggs, handful of spinach. Those Jimmy Dean logs of sausage, about a third of that.
Mm-hmm.
Some jalapenos, cheese, and guacamole, and some onions and peppers.
That's breakfast.
Yeah.
Do you have 3 meals a day, or do you have?
I don't know. I just kind of eat when I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm. And what is the rest of it like? What will you eat Will you eat before lunch, or do you wait
Well,
till
if
lunch?
he's eating when he's hungry, that's pretty much all day.
Fuck you. Sometimes I'll have like some pepperoni sticks or something like that, or I have a phenomenal honey smoked salmon from Costco that's sitting in the fridge that I pull
Would you say
pieces
that you
off
rely
of.
on sausage?
Almost exclusively.
in your mouth.
Like today I had 2 sausages and a burger with some cheese on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm pretty much just chicken and rice and avocado for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Except for today, I
ground beef and food.
went
So I
off
eat ground
the
beef and
rails
food.
today.
What'd you go off the rails with? Oh,
We
because
had
when
about
you go off the rails, you
7
eat like a
things at
child.
Qdoba.
Yeah. Well,
How
so
many Pop-Tarts?
no, I didn't have any Pop-Tarts.
Waffles?
No,
Cookies?
no.
Man,
I was gonna tell you what I ate.
I wanted to try to guess.
I really hadn't eaten So I've been painting. Like I painted for no joke 12 straight hours yesterday, and then I painted for another 4.5 this morning. I was finally to the point where it's like, okay, I'm to the point where I need to be. I have to quit smelling paint fumes. I'm going nuts. So I really hadn't eaten since lunch yesterday because I didn't work out, so I didn't get hungry. So I didn't really eat anything last night. I didn't eat anything last night. I just went to bed. I had 4 eggs for breakfast this morning, and then all of a sudden about 1:30 today when I was finishing up, I was like, man, I am hungry. So I went to Chipotle, and I got my bowl that I typically get, so like chicken, rice, pico, cheese, sour cream, and avocado, or guacamole. I also got a bag of chips.
Guacamole is extra. Did you know that?
I don't think she charged me for it.
Lucky fucker.
I know.
She must have thought you were cute.
Yeah.
She gave you the guac.
Well, because I got
Ugh.
a bowl with
That's a
guacamole
bummer, dude.
and chips. I think it was like 8 something. I was like, I feel like that's how much a regular.
Yeah, of course you
bowl
ate
is.
something. It was food.
No, yeah. So I ate that, and then I was still hungry. I ate all of it. I was still hungry, so then I was going back to my house, and I was like, I just need to stop at the grocery store and just get a snack. I was craving Rice Krispie treats, so I bought a box of Rice Krispie treats, and I was done painting, so I was like, I'm gonna watch an episode of Parks and Rec. I ate the entire box of Rice Krispie treats while watching Parks and Rec. There are 16 Rice Krispie
How many
treats.
episodes?
That's
does
a
that take?
win-win because Parks and Rec is phenomenal, but coupled with Rice Krispie treats,
Yeah.
but
Were they like regular Rice Krispie treats, or were they like special ones? You know, they
They
have
were
the ones like peanut butter or
like
sprinkles.
M&Ms.
Yeah.
No, I just got I just like
good for
regular
you.
Rice Krispie
You don't need
treats.
to
Good for
church up
you.
a Rice Krispies.
Yeah. I
They're
agree with
good
you,
by
Jesse.
themselves.
I agree.
Yep.
But no, so within an hour's time frame, I ate that bowl and the bag of chips and had 16 Rice Krispie treats. And I started the Rice Krispie treats at the beginning of an episode and finished them pretty much right whenever the episode ended. I didn't
Wow.
plan on it. I was like reaching into the
That's-
box,
I'm
and
not even mad.
God, that
I'm
is
impressed.
impressive.
then I
Good
went
for you.
then I went and worked out afterwards.
Did you have the
Had to do
wrappers
thrusters.
draped over you like the flowers in American Beauty, where they're just like
Like a paper bag
Yeah.
drifting through the wind.
something existential like that?
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag
Drifting through the wind.
Yes, Alanis, I
ready
do.
to start again?
Yeah.
Alanis?
Isn't that who that is?
That's Katy Perry,
Katy
bro.
Perry, bro.
Oh, yeah.
KP.
Same.
I think at one point I PR'd a clean and jerk to that song. I PR'd my clean and jerk in Snatch this past weekend.
That's cool. Did you have a walkout song?
No, I wish.
You should have.
Can I ever have a walkout song again?
Nope.
You can have a rollout song.
Just play Rollout by Ludacris.
Ooh.
Or They See Me Rolling, or Keep Rolling.
He's thought about this.
Yeah, he's
had
thought about it.
some time,
He
yeah.
just rattled off 3 really quick.
Rolling with My Homies, a nice hip hop song from the 90s. Featured on the movie Clueless.
That's another movie I've never seen.
You're not missing much.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul Rudd's in it, but he's not like not like a present day Paul Rudd. He's like a
That was like his start, wasn't it?
like one of
Sometime
his
around
started movies where he just he wasn't the Paul Rudd we've grown to love.
there. Mm-hmm.
No.
Did you ever finish?
Do
what
you have a walkout song? That's a good topic.
I don't think I do.
What's yours?
No, I do.
Mine?
Yeah,
Jolene by Dolly Parton.
that's right.
I
That's
remember
awesome.
that.
Yeah. There's another one you thought about doing. What was it?
Hey Baby, Que Paso by the Texas Tornadoes.
Texas Tornado sounds like a sex move or a position.
Mm.
Like a meat tornado.
Like meatspin.com.
Oh, yeah.
I really hope people go to that now. And we
Is it
get-
still up there?
I have no idea.
Oh, man, I should have
We
bought
used
that
to-
domain.
We used to set that as people's home screen. Remember, like when you had a laptop,
Yeah, you had it as home screen, and then people
and then
go
because
there.
like you always shut out your browser. Now people just leave it up, like on their computer. But like we would set it. I remember there was one dude in a lecture hall open his computer and you start hearing that song, and everybody started cracking up.
Shout out to Windows 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. You want to impress a chick, helicopter dick.
What's your rollout song? Do you have one? Did you have did you have a walkout song?
I've never had a walkout song. I've
Do you
never
have-
actually walked out to music.
If you could have a walkout song or a rollout song, what would it be?
Oh man,
I know what mine would be actually.
my PR songs. Oddly enough, would either be one of two Katy Perry songs.
Firework,
No,
Color me shocked.
not Firework.
Roar,
Roar.
Teenage Dream.
No, Roar
Oh,
or
Teenage
Rise.
Dream is one of mine. What's Rise?
It's a good song. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not saying it. Or I would go with.
How does it go? Can you? How
Nope.
does Rise go?
Nope, not gonna happen. Or I would go with Deftones' Knife Party.
That's a good one.
Kind of opposite on the spectrum there. You
Yeah,
know?
I'll
Yeah.
support Deftones. Yeah.
Who doesn't like? There's no one. I've never talked to someone who's been like, I don't like Deftones.
I think Sam and Phil don't like Deftones.
Phil said he liked Deftones before. How can you not like Deftones? They are literally in their own genre of music, and they're amazing. Anyone that's ever said that I don't like Deftones, and I said, have you ever listened to them? They're like, no. And then I make them listen to them by force, and they love them.
Yeah, but I just said I like Deftones, so why are you giving me the business?
Yeah. Why are you getting angry at Jesse?
Shut up.
Stop yelling at Jesse. He's our guest. He's never gonna. He'll come back on again.
He'll come back on again for sure.
Yeah. When the views get to like 7 people,
We had
spike.
13 on our first video, and I have not checked it in the past week. And that was about 2 weeks ago.
We
We
need
put
to
it up.
start the Instagram going again. Get Big Baller over here to start
Yeah, I
pumping
know.
it
I need to start. I know how I'm gonna do it. I just haven't.
as he checks his
haven't
Instagram.
had time.
No, I'm actually checking. I don't think I have YouTube.
I just saw you have Instagram.
Because it was
up.
already open on my phone.
My walkout song would be "Thick Freakness" by the Black Keys.
What?
All right.
It starts
Boom.
off with this really like long guitar riff, like. And then just it.
I wasn't paying
What?
attention.
a good
Yeah,
one.
what you did there is the equivalent to dead air. You just lost half your viewership.
Probably. We had you on.
That's fair.
Do you like our wall art, Jesse?
If you could add one thing to our wall art, what would you add?
Yeah. What would you add up here?
I'd probably encase that and put it up there just so nobody could fuck with it.
You like
We're at 18 views on YouTube.
Nice.
Nice.
We're up.
When you get to that 20, we're having that we're having a party.
What would you put up here, Jesse?
Oh god.
We have our underwear button.
Should it be what would I put up there or what would I take down?
No, you can't take anything down. These things are amazing. What would you put up there?
What would you put
Well,
up there?
amazing is a pretty subjective term
Stop
as
being
I'm
a-
looking at this wall.
Stop being a naysaying fuckface and just tell us what you'd put up on the
So
goddamn
I'd put up an
shelves.
empty bottle of Knob Creek because I'd probably gonna go drink this afterwards
Well,
and then return the bottle.
What guess which item up here is stolen? There's only one.
The Oscar Mayer Wiener whistle.
No, I got that when I interviewed to be a driver for the Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Are you sure that's the only stolen item?
It's the only one I see.
Is it Kermit?
No,
I guess you're right. It's the only stolen one, yeah.
Is it the Cousin Eddie?
it's not Cousin Eddie.
The Nerf gun.
No. that
Okay,
was
out of
a gift.
everything on here, what looks like me and Nathan wouldn't buy it? We would definitely fucking buy that.
That was a
No.
gift. That's a Davy Crockett nutcracker.
Shout out to the Crockett family.
Mm-hmm. Is that your Uncle Davy?
Yeah, there's a relation. It's like a pretty minimal one, but I'm hanging on to it.
Is it
goddamn
really?
Yeah.
You related to Davy Crockett?
Yeah.
He's a hero.
Or a villain, depending on which side
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
fence you sit on.
We
According
sit
to
on the
Disney,
American
he's a
side.
hero.
Yeah, so he's a hero.
Which item do you think is stolen up here, Jesse?
The Reebok CrossFit Games 2014 placard.
Yep.
That was honest to God my next guess.
I think you're full of shit.
Yeah.
I also stole a pillow that year.
I have a pillow from Waterflu's out there.
Yeah.
Did you steal the pillow to make a Fifi out of it?
No, I just wanted the pillow.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. No, most of the no. I think that's really the only stolen thing. Did you ever steal things?
As a kid or as an adult or
Yeah.
I mean, either or.
Yeah.
as a kid in high school, funny story, my first job is actually where I learned to check security cameras so I could steal candy. I worked at a candy shop for my first job.
I'm not surprised.
Really?
Yeah, so I learned how to shake a credit card in between a door jamb to get it to open.
Uh huh.
We checked the security cameras to make sure that there wasn't any film going. and then we'd steal the fuck out of gummy bears.
Wait, so you could see, like, you could look at a camera and tell if it was recording?
Yeah, because it had the flashing red light.
Gotcha.
It was pretty stereotypical.
So that was as a kid. What about as an adult?
No, I kind of drew a hard line.
I
think stealing.
used to steal a lot of signs.
Yeah, like road signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one in my house. It says Jesse Street.
Nice. I wanted to, as an adult, I wanted to steal. There's a South Kearney Street over by Peter Mariah's old house that I wanted to take.
But that's
chair's really
isn't
squeaky.
that a federal offense?
Is it?
Yeah, you're defacing public property.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's a...
I pretty much
I don't
stopped
think it's
that by the time I was 18, though.
Yeah, stealing's just not a good deal.
No.
No.
See, I was never good at it because then if someone asked me if I stole it, I would just say yes.
Yeah, that's
I'm
a
not-
double-edged sword of honesty, I
Yeah.
guess.
Like I'm just not. I just can't lie. I'd be like, no, I didn't. Yeah, I stole it. It's stolen. I stole it. I stole it earlier. I took it. It wasn't mine. I didn't pay for it.
What about the album by System of a Down that was called Steal This Album?
This album. Ironically, I bought that.
Were you trying to be ironic or just being
No, I
honest?
just was pretty juiced on getting
You want to throw it on silent?
that album. Shout out to Stogue. He's calling right now.
My brother's calling me.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Probably talk about the sweet ass Father's Day gift we got my dad.
What'd you get him?
I can't say. He's gonna watch this.
Yeah,
When
that's
is
fair.
Father's Day? Is this weekend?
Yeah.
No, we got to
Oh,
post Josh's first.
shit,
This will be out
it
after.
is.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, we got him a really nice grill with a grill cover that's also doubles as a smoker.
Is it
Nice.
Traeger?
No.
Oh.
Is it the green egg?
No.
Is it a?
I think it's called a Longhorn.
I've never heard of that one.
Hold please.
Yeah, actually, you see that yellow bag over there in
Yeah.
that thing? That was when I interviewed to be a driver for the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Nice.
They
Oh,
gave
yeah,
me
you
a
did do
swag
that.
bag of wieners.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
Didn't you also go to like paper airplane championships or something like that?
No, I qualified to go to Worlds for paper airplanes in college.
They didn't go.
My mom wouldn't give me my passport.
That's pretty cool because I think I only qualified for like alcohol poisoning in college.
I don't remember what I qualified for in college. Probably because of alcohol poisoning.
Where'd you go to college?
You.
Yeah.
He knows. We went to the same.
We
college.
went to the same college. We just didn't know it.
Oh, I
at the
didn't know
same
if your
time.
viewers didn't know. I mean,
Oh.
I don't know that your
University
Wikipedia pages
of
are.
Missouri, Columbia,
Between Kevin and I, there are 2 University of Missouri degrees.
and Nathan has 2 degrees.
Where'd you go?
Fuck
University of Northern Colorado. Go Bears.
Is it
Like-
just bears? Is it like a golden bear?
Just the Bears.
Just a bear.
His name was Claus. I thought it could have been a little more creative, but I wasn't given naming rights.
I feel like you'd be a bear.
I am sans gay.
I don't know why you took it there. I'm
I
just
guess
saying
I'm
you
not
could
gay.
be.
I think the bear's name could have been Klaus.
Klaus with
Claude.
claws.
Klaus.
Could have been Claude.
Claude.
Yeah.
I like Claude better.
There's the Mizzou Tiger. His name is Truman.
For Harry S. Truman.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
My dad has we have a cat. My parents have a cat named Truman. My dad got to name that pet. Like in the rotation, it was his turn to name it, and he wanted to name the pet something distinguished. So it was down to either Truman or Mike, because his friend Mike was one of the most distinguished people he ever knew.
So apparently, my
Mike?
great grandfather was personal friends with Harry Truman.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how much of that I believe because my grandma was she towed that line of telling the tall tale.
Mm-hmm.
You know, her fish were always this big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you got that from somewhere.
I
I told you I'm the most mediocre man in the world. I surely didn't
Yeah,
get
that's
that from
quite
her.
the exaggeration.
caught a fish. It was about this big.
We kid. We're joking with each other. It's fine.
Yeah, I've never said a kind word to any of my friends.
Actually, you know what I do to make Jesse really uncomfortable?
Compliment him.
I compliment him. So if he's pissing me off and saying really mean things, I just tell him that I love him
Fuck you.
and that he's a beautiful human being with an amazing soul who's incredibly funny and nice and kind and warm-hearted and a really good friend.
Any lady would be lucky to have you.
You are a
Why, you know any? 'Cause
No. Nope. You're gonna have
okay.
to keep dating your hand.
I got to go to some CrossFit things with Kevin, I think is what I need to do. And, like, go to the bar where
I'm going
I
to
can
Tor-
buy a chick a
going
drink.
to Toronto in July.
can't make it to Toronto in July.
How do you know? You don't even know what day he's going in July.
I can tell you what my bank account's going to look like in July.
True.
I'm still trying to find someone to go with me to Toronto for the Wheel Wad Championships.
Isn't that over the 4th of July?
Yep.
Yeah.
I fly out on the 4th.
I'll fly to Canada. That'd be the ultimate.
Go to Canada?
Yeah, for the 4th of July.
You ever been to Canada?
I have.
What
Twice.
what other have you been? Is that the only time you've been out of the U.S. or have you been anywhere else?
No, I've been to Canada twice, Mexico once, which that doesn't really count because that's more like lower U.S. I mean, especially if you get into Texas, it all kind of.
I don't know. I went to Mexico City. And it was nothing like America.
And then I've been to France and Germany.
It's the Germans, eh?
Hurry up, Tommy, before the Germans get here. That's from Snatch.
You're from Snatch.
I've seen Snatch.
I wish.
No, you are.
Brick tops.
There was something really.
Like that's by definition giving birth.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But what if you got born by cesarean section?
Then you wouldn't be from Snatch.
I was.
Okay.
My head got stuck on the way out. I was an emergency C-section.
Oh God,
That sounds about
your
right.
poor mother.
Would that be a pain in the ass or a pain in the stomach?
I think it'd be a pain in the everywhere, man. I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen the videos what they do for C-sections?
No.
They like grab and just like yank. Like they literally rip you.
Why
to
would you
shreds.
watch that?
Yeah, why
Science.
do you watch that?
You had to watch like a vaginal childbirth in
Oh.
college.
Oh yeah.
God
yeah.
damn
oh,
you
man.
both.
Was yours a Harry Mary?
Really hairy.
Yeah, I think we all had to watch the same video. I think we all had to watch the same video in Missouri.
I've never heard of a Harry Mary, but it just makes so much
and
sense.
then the baby's head was also covered in hair. So it was like, where does one start and the other?
It's like giving birth to Chewbacca.
That's like the chicken or the egg
As
right
the
there.
baby's coming out.
Can't you watch normal things like Dr. Pimple Popper?
I mean, I don't squeak. Like, you know who hates that is Phil.
I know he does.
Phil won't watch it. I find it somewhat satisfying.
He also
Pimples?
hates Instagram videos where
Yeah.
somebody gets wasted and shits their pants.
Yeah, it's fucking gross, dude.
That's pretty funny, actually.
didn't
Because I
see
can
that one.
empathize. I've never done it whilst wasted, though. It's always been stone sober.
Listen, most adults have shit their pants at one point in time or another.
I haven't.
You
shit
are
my
so lying.
I mean, I've sharted maybe,
Hey, you should do it.
but
Whenever
never a
you're
full-on dookie comes out.
It's never been a dookie either. It's just been a massive diarrhea.
I've never had that. I've never had that.
Well, then you're a liar, or
I'm gonna
You're
tell
a
you
lucky
one
man.
thing. It makes you humble real quick.
I bet.
It knocks you back
I
down to
think
square one.
You told me about like the Taco Bell you had to go into.
Burger King.
Burger King, yeah. It's still probably not the grossest thing to ever walk into that Burger King.
I guarantee it's not because it's in a bad spot of town.
so there was a time I was playing football with some friends back in like 8th grade.
You were playing football?
I was like touch football.
Wow.
You didn't play.
You don't play football. I'm playing a real sport.
I don't watch it. I'll play it. There's a difference.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. They have wheelchair football, which is it's not very smart. Anyway, so I was playing football with some friends, and I got the urge to poop, and I was like, "Guys, I gotta go home. I gotta poop." And as I was walking back to where I was going to poop, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, it's coming here and now. So I looked around. I didn't see anything except for a flower planter outside this person's house. So I sat on the edge of the flower planter and just prayed to God no one walked outside.
Did anybody walk outside?
Nope.
Did you have to use your sock?
Yep. I lost both my socks and my underwear.
It was a messy one.
You don't get the urge to poop that bad and have it be a clean one.
That's true. I've had a couple close calls.
I really wanted to see like that person's reaction when they walked out.
It's poop again.
He called this shit poop. Don't put it out with your boots, Ted.
I think for the sake of any of us ever getting laid again, we should probably segue.
Have you ever lit a bag of poop on fire?
I have not.
I have.
I have.
Yeah. Human.
Yeah. Did you poop in the bag?
My roommate did.
I pooped in the bag.
It was poop box.
That's a totally different story. If he ever comes out to visit, I'm gonna have him on the podcast, and I'm just gonna tell that story while he
poop
sits.
box.
I had a friend. His nickname for a while was Poop Box.
Because he poops in a
Nice.
box.
Poop in the box.
Yeah, no. I think that's a pretty self-explanatory nickname.
And his name was.
That's not a
his
not
name
a
was
thinker.
Poop Box. And then the cops showed up, but it wasn't. Oh,
Oh.
that was a weird
Oh, Poop
story.
Box.
Yeah. Whose orange is that?
That's my orange.
Are you gonna eat it
I'm going to eat it
right now?
here in a little bit.
Okay.
Is it a navel?
It is a navel orange.
All right.
Hmm.
Pretty up on my citrus.
It is not an army orange.
Or a clementine or a blood orange.
Or an Air Force orange.
Or a marine orange.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't really have anything. Do you have anything else?
I don't know. I don't have anything else for Jesse.
I remember the last time on the podcast we made him see how many Twizzlers he could fit in his mouth.
Wasn't it like 17 or something?
was something,
Like
yeah.
that?
It was something insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Let's see if he can fit the rest of that bottle of whiskey in his mouth.
No. No, I got to drive home, and it's a long drive, but
Hmm.
I'm just saying that for the viewership. Of course, I'll drink the whole bottle.
Well, Jesse Crockett, a.k.a. J-Boy Steez Train.
Catch me at Crockadoodle-Doo on Instagram.
At Crockadoodle-Doo on Instagram. Twitter.
Yeah, but it got hacked, and Twitter's stupid. Yeah.
Are you pretty much just Instagram?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he very rarely
The only
posts.
time I ever get on Facebook is to get rid of that notification thing that pops up on my phone.
I hate those.
You know, the red dot with the...
Oh yeah.
don't
I
like
have those turned off.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have mine turned off too.
So it's like I have to go in to look for it. I don't go on there very often.
How am I going to know what annoying distant relative tagged me in some sort of video?
I just turned off to where people can't tag me and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Renaissance man.
My
Mhm.
Facebook and my Twitter both just share feeds from my Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we all can't have 50,000 followers. So.
I mean, I'm not going to apologize for that.
We should try to get that
Should.
higher.
Why?
I don't know, for the fun of it, just to see how big we can make it.
Okay. Does that mean I have to do anything extra, or are you going to try to get it higher?
I don't know. We'll just see if it gets higher. Maybe if we do more leg day stuff, and then if we like link to it, it'd be really cool if we could grow leg day.
I mean, I get a few thousand. I get like maybe 1,000 to 2,000 followers every time CrossFit shares one of my videos.
Do you lose them? Like, does it go up and
Yeah.
down?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think CrossFit
I
would
never,
share this.
I never lose. I never lose
podcast.
like 1,000. I'll lose like 100 or so.
Do you think that's like whenever Instagram goes through and
Cleans them
deletes
out?
all the bots?
Dude, I have no clue. I don't know how I got them. Like, I know how I got that many followers, but I don't know how I keep that many followers because I really don't put anything interesting out. It's either me working out, me bench pressing, or me being
Or your
doing
dogs?
Yeah, or my dogs, and me doing something stupid that I think is really
Or him
funny.
bench pressing his dogs.
I don't think I've ever done that. That's gonna be
You
the next
should.
video.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wasn't? Oh, that was Eli today with the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Lyra.
Shout out to Eli.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Eli, the most beautiful man in the world.
He
Chiseled out
is.
of granite.
What a son of a
What
bitch.
a great human being, too. Just a real genuine fella.
Do you know he drinks whiskey like almost every night and still looks like that?
Yeah.
Like he is like a fucking chiseled Ron Swanson. That's what he is.
Mhm.
He works with his hands. He drinks whiskey and eats meat, and it's just all that is man.
And he's a great father,
Yeah.
and husband, and all that stuff.
Smart.
Well, we don't know if he's smart. He's
No,
from
I do.
Yeah,
Ohio.
he's smart.
He's really smart.
Yeah.
I think we've all just admitted on camera that we have a small man crush on Eli.
I wouldn't say it's small. It's rather sizable. You
It's
know what I
not
mean?
mediocre.
Yeah. Slightly above.
An above average
Right.
Eli man crush.
Well, Jesse, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We'll have you on again. We're gonna get another microphone so we can just have you as like a every once in a while just jump in and grill the guests.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
I could be the color on your guys' podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for watching. Or
listening.
Or listening. We're on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn. If you want to follow us, it's just Instagram. That's the only social that we're on. Just Leg Day Podcast.
I mean, we're on YouTube. That's technically social media, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I guess that is. No.
Is that social media? Is that just
I think
or
it
is
might
it
just be
content?
I think it's just content.
I thought it was mostly cat videos.
That's the majority of what I watch.
Yeah.
That and people eating really spicy wings and crying.
Cats are for kicking in Chinese food.
Yeah. So if you want to follow us, please subscribe, whether it's on one of those podcast services or YouTube. And then you can follow us on Instagram, Leg Day Podcast. My personal Instagram is Nate Behavior.
Mine's Kevin Ogar.
And then
Crockadoodle Doo for Jesse.
Crockadoodle doo.
Crockadoodle Doo.
cool. Thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully it was somewhat entertaining.
Random bullshit. It's the show about nothing.
It's a podcast about nothing.
It's the Seinfeld equivalent.
Yeah.
Yep.
So thanks,
All right,
guys.
Later, nerds.